and welcome to the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce Member Connection. I am your host, Eric Knowles, but before we get started, a word from one of our supporters.
Miami-Dade College has career paths in anything you want to be. What's your story? Be global. Be cutting edge. Be inventive. Be investigative. Be a hero. What do you want to be? Be the best. Be you. Be MDC.
And welcome back to the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce Member Connection. I am your host, Eric Knowles, and you already know the deal. I just get so excited doing this, sitting here talking to entrepreneurs, businessmen and women about building their businesses and how they did it and where they started and all of that. And today, I'm excited to have Mr. Tim Webb. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm fantastic, man.
Good,
Just,
good.
like I say, doing what we do, helping small businesses grow in our community. You know, talk about I was looking at some statistics. They say there are like 80,000 small businesses with 50 or more employees.
Right.
There are over 800,000 small businesses
Wow.
with 10 or less.
10 or less, that's
And,
right.
you know, a lot of these small businesses are mom and pop,
Right.
you know, or individuals, maybe a husband and wife. Before we go into your business,
Right.
tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, original Floridian, probably
Okay.
not, probably one of the last. Born and raised here in Miami-Dade.
Okay.
Went to Miami Northwestern, grew up in Liberty City
Okay,
area.
okay. Oh, you're one of them boys.
Yes.
From the
yes.
West.
From the West. Yes. And, you know, family been here all of my life, outside of me going off to college and, you know,
Where'd you go to school?
Bethune-Cookman College,
Okay.
Daytona Beach.
They just had their homecoming the other day.
Yep, they had homecoming the other day.
Did you
and
go?
I did.
Okay.
I did.
Okay.
Had a wonderful time. Got a chance to see a lot of classmates.
Right.
Had a great time.
Okay. You know, that's one thing I say I miss. I didn't go to a private school or HBCU.
Mhm.
Actually, I came to Miami-Dade.
Came to Miami-Dade.
And I'm proud of that. And then I went to FIU, but I do miss the fact that, you know, Miami-Dade is more of a commuter school.
Yes.
It's even more so probably when I was in school back in 1977.
Okay.
And so you didn't have campus. I mean, you didn't have dorms.
Right.
And so you came and you left.
Correct.
You know, you didn't have that time to really build those relationships other than the friends that you did develop.
Right.
So I really envy you all who go to homecoming and,
Right,
and have,
right.
and, you know, see your friends from back in the day.
Yes. Yes.
No, that's amazing.
Yes.
Webb Insurance.
Yes.
And what got you into the insurance industry?
Well, I've always been interested in finance.
Okay.
And I always was wondering why our community had less than everybody else, even if there was a household filled with people who had good careers and great jobs and stuff like that. Why aren't we building wealth?
Right.
And when I started researching and studying finance and stuff like that, it made me realize that we're not using the tools that are out there, and we're not aware of a lot of the tools.
Right.
One of the main tools is being cash value life insurance and annuities.
Right.
Just like you were discussing with the small businesses, there are people who have small businesses, but when it's time to sell that business or get rid of that business, they have no retirement.
Right.
A lot of people are not aware that with annuities, especially modern day annuities, that they can build their own pension.
Right.
Like pensions are out of the window when it comes to certain careers outside of your teachers, your firefighters, your police officers, but other careers don't have pensions anymore. They have 401ks and stuff
Right.
like that. But with the small businesses, you can actually build your own pension if you have an annuity. So, you know, I started researching this stuff and learning about it and say, hey, I got to share this information with our people. They need to know that this is out here for them. You know, financial tools are very important, and they all serve a different purpose.
Right.
So the more you know about them, the better off you will be.
Okay.
So that's why I got into it.
And how long have you been in business?
Well, I've been in in the insurance industry for 5 years.
Okay.
But my wife and I have been in real estate and mortgage for 3 decades.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's not just insurance, it's real estate.
Yes.
Your broker, mortgage
My wife
broker?
is the broker.
Okay.
Yes, my wife is the broker.
Talk about that just a little bit.
So my wife has been, she outside of her childhood have never had a regular job. She's been into her real estate and mortgages all her life. So she started off in mortgages. So
Okay.
she's been in mortgages 30 plus years.
Oh, wow.
And together we've been in real estate for 15.
Right.
So again, doing that, teaching people about finances through real estate and mortgage, showing people how to buy investment properties, building relationships with investors and stuff like that, doing it for ourselves, our personal portfolios, our real
Right.
estate portfolios and investments. And again, the transition from that into the insurance was easy because it gives me an opportunity for those people that are coming in to buy homes to educate them about their finances, because a lot of people become house rich but cash poor.
Right. You know, it's interesting, you know, you talk about insurance. Actually, while I was in school here, I actually got my insurance license for Metropolitan Life Insurance.
Right.
But they didn't teach you the whole meaning of what that meant.
Correct.
When you talk about whole life, obviously term, and then they got these hybrids now.
Right.
And I know that a couple of years ago, a young lady from Miami, Maggie, I can't think of Maggie's last name now, but she talked about how to build your financial base through insurance.
That's correct.
And it's, again, like I said, I was selling insurance, but wasn't taught that aspect of it, where people actually take, you know, you have a whole life insurance policy and it matures.
Correct.
And you can take money out of that.
That's correct.
And use it to buy a car. You're not paying taxes on it.
That's correct.
And those
That's correct.
things.
That's correct.
Yeah, we're not taught that.
We're not taught that. And those tools are very valuable.
And then there are some communities, you know, that, and go back to our community. And where'd you grow up? What street did you grow up? You went to the West.
I went to 52nd and 12th.
And this is the reason I asked you that. I grew up on 52nd and 15.
Oh, okay. So you're right down the street from me.
Yeah,
literally.
Yeah, okay.
Literally down the street from me. Yes.
And I recall, you know, the insurance man come
to the house,
knocking on, you know,
that's right,
and collecting a couple $, 50 cents, $3 or whatever.
That's right.
And that's all it was.
That's correct.
And it wasn't a tool, or we weren't taught, or we weren't exposed to what this whole insurance game is about. And it's a big game.
It is. It is. And back then it was only enough to bury you.
And that's all. And nobody was telling you.
Yeah.
You think about it. No one tells you, okay, when your baby is born, to put insurance policy on.
That's right.
And when they get 15 or when they get 21, tell them to get a whole life.
That's right.
Because they can get it at $20.
That's right. That's right. That's
30,
right.
Yeah. And then we wait until we're 50 and 60. Well, I need to get this insurance policy. And then you can't afford it because now it's $300 a month.
Correct. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. No, it's true. It's so important that, again, us being aware of it to teach it, because you're talking about health and age being a factor when it comes to life insurance.
Absolutely.
You know, so the younger you are, the healthier you are, the cheaper it is.
Right.
And the more you have time is your greatest asset
right.
for it to build cash value for you to be able to use it, like you say, to purchase a car, to purchase a home, to purchase investment properties, or leave it in there and create you another source of income at retirement.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. And, you know, we're going to take a break in a minute, but we're going to get back to that in terms of how people, again, use that to create wealth, create a base for them when they retire. And, you know, it's really, it bothers me, the fact that we didn't know.
Right.
But here we are, and you're providing that knowledge.
Yes.
So we'll be right back and get a word from one of our supporters.
Learn and earn today at Miami-Dade College. College graduates earn 56% more than high school graduates and $1 million more in lifetime earnings. A degree from MDC is your path to greater earning power and career success. Choose from hundreds of affordable high-tech and in-demand career programs, including cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, business, and nursing. Learn and earn today at MDC and fast-track your career. Enroll now at mdc.edu/purpose.
Hi, and welcome back to the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce Member Connection. I'm here with Mr. Webb, and we're talking about finance, we're talking about insurance, we're talking about real estate, and where we dropped off. Again, this whole thing of creating a financial base, a lot of communities, when a child is born, they go out and buy some major insurance on that child.
Correct.
And then the other thing is when granddad or grandma passes, that money's staying in the family.
That's correct.
Millions of dollars, not 10,000 for burial, not 20,000. They're $500,000, few million dollars. Talk about that a little bit.
No, that's exactly right.
Because we get hung up on the grandma died or dad died, and
no, it's important. You're right. The thing is with us, we've always looked at insurance as death insurance. The insurance that's out there for you today is true life insurance, which means that you can use that money while you're alive. They have what they call living benefits to these insurance, even some of the term insurance, meaning if you got critically injured, critically ill, terminally ill, chronically ill, you can access that money to help take care of you while you're not working, if you lost your job or whatever it is. So there's so many benefits to those insurance policies that people are not aware of. They look at, when you say life insurance, they think, oh, for me to leave something to my family. And a lot of people don't want to do that, or think, I'm not
leaving them nothing.
Yeah, so it's so much bigger than that. And then your job as a family member, as the mother or father, is to leave a legacy for your family. You're supposed to leave something for them, and again, like we talked about, if the younger you get it, you can leave millions for your family and still have money for you to access if something was to happen to you, or if you needed it today for down payment on homes, vehicles, college, your daughter's wedding, whatever it is that you want to use it on. There is your money. They don't ask any questions. You just say what you need it for. I mean, you don't even have to say what you need it for. Actually, they send it to you. You tell them what you want and they send it to you. 2 days later, it's in your account. So, we have to use the tools. The financial tools are out there. Life insurance, annuities are some great tools, along with some
Talk
of the
about
other
annuities so people, everybody on here doesn't understand, or maybe some young folks who are just getting out there in the market. Talk about annuities a little bit.
So here's what we have with annuities. Annuities is also a contract with a life insurance company. But what it provides you is two things. You have growth annuities, which says, hey, let me put this money away for a period of 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. And when I'm ready for it, I take the lump sum and run if I want to. That's a growth annuity. You can take whatever it grew to, right? Then you have income annuities. Income annuities say, hey, I'm going to put this money in there for 10, 15 years, or I'm going to put a lump sum money in there. And when I'm ready for it, I call the insurance company and say, hey, do the actuary numbers for me. Tell me how much it'll pay me on a monthly basis for the rest of my life. They guarantee you that money for the rest of your life. That's what I was talking about when I say create a pension. They'll guarantee you that money. Even when whatever you put in there run out, you still guaranteed a monthly income. So you already know what's coming in for the rest of your life. Some of them even have cost of living increases involved in them. Again, you build them around what you need. You know what I mean? And it's very important again, I can't stress enough how important it is for us to know about these things. Education is key.
Absolutely. So I'm going to flip the script a little bit. We talked about home ownership, mortgages. Here we are in Miami-Dade County, and you keep hearing about housing shortage, affordability, et cetera, et cetera. But there are many tools out there to help first-time home buyers. And first-time home buyer is a misnomer also,
Right.
because you could have owned a home before
Right.
and still be a first-time home buyer.
That's correct too.
Say that.
Yes, no, that's absolutely true. Over a period of years, if you haven't owned a house over a certain period of years, you now sometimes qualify as a first-time home buyer.
Right.
So you don't have to just say, oh, I owned a house. Well, it could have been 10 years ago and then something happened and you start renting or whatever. You become a first-time home buyer again
Right.
after a period of years, depending on, which type of loan you get.
Right.
Whether it be a conventional loan, FHA loan, depending
Right.
what works for you.
And again, talking about the affordability, and there's so many different programs out there, from Miami-Dade Economic Advocacy Trust.
Mhm.
They're giving up, I don't know, $15,000 to $25,000
Right.
in down payer assistance. There are banks that are doing it. There are municipalities that are doing it, and I've seen upwards of $150,000 in down payment assistance.
That's right.
Can you talk about that a little bit?
And it's also what is it? I think it's the Hero program. It slipped my mind right now, but it's for firefighters, police officers, doctors, first responder, like a first responder type of program they have that also give you down payment assistance. You have to, some of them have different rules where you have to live in the community,
10 years,
live in the house,
at least
but
10 years or whatever.
Nonetheless, you get
you can't take that money and go rent the house.
Correct. Right. They want to make sure that you stay vested into that community. You live there for a certain period of time. You can't just, like you say, take the money, turn the house and flip it or whatever.
Right, exactly.
But again, the financial resources are out there for you. So don't just think, hey, I can't afford it. Give it a try.
Right.
Give it a try.
What do you say is the biggest challenge for young folks right now in affordability?
I think right now, with the cost of living, with everything going up, I think our salaries are not keeping up.
Right.
Even those kids who are well educated, who have great careers, like my son, he's 28 years old. He's occupational therapy. He makes a good salary, but for him to go out right now and purchase a house in a great community, it's kind of tough for him to do that right now. So I'm just encouraging him to invest, stack up his money, and then when he's ready, he'll be ready to go,
Right.
So I have him invested in all the stuff that I'm invested in.
Right. That's
so
important.
He'll be ready. Yeah.
Right.
Because again, a lot of people save a couple of dollars, then they come and buy something, and now they're house rich, but they're cash poor.
Right.
So I don't want that to happen to them.
No, that's good stuff.
Yeah.
I remember my first house I bought, interest rate was 11%.
Yes.
But the house was $35,000.
Correct.
But that house, I don't live in it anymore, and that's another story. But that house now is like 1.5 million.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
that part, right?
Wow. Yes.
And you think about this and having the foresight and the insight, and that was when I was 22 years old.
Right.
23 years old. And here we are now, let's say a person that's 23 years old.
Right.
And average mean is houses, what, 400, 500,000?
That's correct.
So what is that house going to be?
Right.
40, 50 years from now?
That's right. That's right.
So being able to afford, and then the other thing, it's being smart also. Coming together with like-minded individuals.
That's right.
And invest in a property.
There you go. There you go. And that's what I talked to my son about. I told him, I said, now, if you really want to go out there and you have buddies, that you're good friends with, and you, like you say, like-minded is what's important. And you guys write down get with a lawyer, a contract, and say, hey, we're going to buy this house together. We're going to live in it. But if one of us choose to get married and move out, whatever the stipulations.
We work that out.
We work that out. That's correct. And that's what I told him to do. I say, if you really want to move out and do your thing, that's one of the things I would consider outside of leaving the state and maybe going somewhere that's more affordable, you know?
Right.
But
and that's the challenge too, because you could, to your point, a young person can go outside the state.
That's right.
But then, they say the brain drain, and we're losing our community from that perspective.
That's right.
If someone wants to get in touch with you, how do they do that?
I can be reached. My telephone number is 754-245-5486. Webb Insurance Financial Services, T-Webb Insurance on website, the real Tim Webb on all social media platforms, and Tim Webb LinkedIn.
Okay. Give them the phone number again.
Phone number is 754-245-5486.
If you want to know more about the Miami-Dade Chamber, we just moved on 63rd Street and 15th Avenue. You can go to our website at m-dcc.org, or you can call us at 305-751-8648. It's been a great conversation. If you want to invest in some real estate, if you want to get your insurance tightened up, reach out to Mr. Webb.
Yes. I got you.
This has been great. Thank you. This has been the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce Member Connection. I'll see you on the other side.
Today, I stand before you, a proud graduate of Miami-Dade College and the 5th president of the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce. I'm honored to return to the college that prepared me to become a leader in our community, providing an education second to none. So I'm asking you to please tune in every Monday at 12 noon to the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce's Member Connection, as I interview members of the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce on our Facebook page at Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce or our YouTube channel, Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce. To learn more about the Chamber, please go to m-dcc.org or call the Chamber at 305-751-8648.